I don't think Alexander Volkanovski is the pound-for-pound number one on the planet. That title belongs to a man that returns next week to the octagon. And yes, of course, I'm talking about Johnny Bones Jones. Okay, he's been out of action for a while, 3 years away from the octagon. We know this, okay? But that's the guy. That's the guy who's run roughshod over the light heavyweight division for years, for generations, taking out champion after champion, right? Generations of champions and contenders. It is unbelievable what he did. And it's even more unbelievable when you remember the fact that a lot of the time, apparently, he wasn't even training. When he fought Alexander Gustafsson the first time and had that incredible performance, apparently he was up to doing what John Jones likes to do, you know, hanging out, partying, having a good bloody time. You know, strip clubs, cocaine, all the rest of it. Apparently, I don't know, I wasn't there. These are the rumours, but still, that's what we hear, okay? And he still went out there and beat him. And by the way, what a fight that was against Gustafsson. So, listen, we're splitting hairs here, right? Because they're all good. Whether you're pound for pound number 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter. There's not an insult. It's a subjective thing. It is an opinion, and we're all entitled to them. However, John Jones, when you look at what he's done, when you look at the people he's beaten, when you look at the way that he's beat them, at their own game a lot of the time, you can't deny the man. And a lot of people want to do that. Now, we know he's not popular, and we know he's had the picograms, the performance-enhancing drugs, the failed tests, whatever you want to call them. That's a huge asterisk, okay? But still, I'd say the pound-for-pound number 1. Now, what's he going to look like when he comes back? We know this. Everyone said it. This is nothing new. Will he be the same fighter? Has he got older? Has he calmed down? Will his body perform well, optimum level at heavyweight with all that extra muscle mass? Will he slow down? Will he be strong enough against the heavyweights? These are all questions that are going to be answered pretty soon. In a couple of weeks, we're going to see that, and I'm very, very excited for it. When you look at the body of work, the people that he's beaten, legend after legend, champion after champion, the number 1 guy, pound for pound, has got to be Johnny Bones Jones. We're also talking about probably the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Story hasn't come out. We think this is a rematch to answer for the kick heard around the world, but that's not true. This is number 3. They are 1 apiece. So adversely, if Kamaru was to win, are we done? Can we move this behind us? It's a trilogy. It's 2-1, and we, no matter what, no matter if it was a lucky kick thrown at the last minute, no matter if it was hook or crook by the judges, when this is done, do we all move on? And if so, who do we move to? Chimaev was so obviously the heir apparent to the opportunity, but in 5 months of being begged, he has not even told us what weight class he is. We simply cannot, as a community, no matter how bad we want to cook the books and get it to Chimaev, we just simply can't do that and anoint him a number 1 contender if he hasn't even told us that he's committed to going into that weight class. It seems as though we would like, as a community, to find a path for Masvidal to now make some sense, right? We know 3-piece in a soda has to be answered for. We know that. We just also know we can't just go give Masvidal a world title opportunity. Like, we can't give him a world title opportunity, and he must answer for 3-piece in a soda. But those things can't both be true. So, well, maybe we can find a path. Maybe the path is, hey, look, it's still not a perfect scenario, but if you get by Burns, even if you're 1 win and a couple of losses in your last, we can still do. You got to get this one. I mean, is that the direction we're going, guys? I'm just asking questions. I feel as though I can be very confident in telling you these 2 aren't going to get in there again. The fact that they're going to get in there in a couple of weeks and no one knows it, that's not great news to be doing it again. Okay, great. We're going to move on. We're going to go with somebody new.
He's never stopped training. I was only out in Crumlin with him recently. He's in phenomenal shape. and there's a real excitement in him. There's a real buzz around him. And I'll be honest, that was part of the, I won't say worry for me, but you know, what will be the level of motivation when you've achieved the titles, you've achieved the money, etc. But man, I've never seen him as pumped as I've seen him recently. I'm just really excited. He's excited to be back. I'm excited to have him back. It's great for, I think, Irish MMA in general. I think it's probably fair to say it's great for MMA in general. You have him back this year. Always adds a little bit of extra buzz to the scene. But yeah, I've zero concerns about motivation. The motivation is there to show everybody that this is his world. This is his game. He absolutely loves it. He's got a lot going on in his life. But I can message him anytime, day or night, with a fight sequence. I go, hey, what do you think of this? And I get immediate reply because he's still obsessed about the sport. I haven't seen that interest wane at all.
I love Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury came up with, oh, we'll do it with 4-ounce gloves in a cage under the Marcus of Queensberry rules, which you look and you go, well, you just fucking broke that with your 4-ounce gloves doing it in a cage, but okay. But it's just boxing. At least Deontay Wilder said, hey, let's do this. We'll do it once in boxing, and I'll do it once in MMA. And I go, you know what, Deontay? Way to step up there, man. That's pretty impressive. I kind of like that. That's a tit for tat. You know, I'll do it once in your sport. You do it once in my sport. Look, we all know that Deontay Wilder as a boxer, man. Look, he's got power. He's got a big right hand. But if there's one thing I'm going to say, he's 6'7", I want to say, but he's only about 220 pounds. You know, when he's actually in really good fight weight, he's gone up a little bit more. Ngannou is going to be a lot bigger than him because Ngannou used to cut. And Ngannou is a big man, super strong. I'm not saying Deontay's not, but in MMA, Deontay's going to have problems. But in boxing, I think Ngannou's going to have problems. So it goes back and forth both ways. But I would love to see this. You know, I think it's the way to look at it. The way, if you're going to, step in one man's court, he's got to step into yours too.